darts to drool over. What a game we've got on our hands!
Pretty in pink, Peter.
The man has got it.
It's a right off.
Magical darts from Peter Wright.
This is astounding.
Every bit about his game is superb. Magnificent Michael van Gerwen! Absolutely massive. Superb from Van Gerwen. Brilliant.
That is stunning.
Have you ever seen darts of this quality?
Nine days of intrigue and drama reaches its climax tonight. A capacity crowd, £110,000 in prize money, and the title of Grandmaster of the Grand Slam at stake. It's a Super Sunday at the Darts. Welcome to finals night of the B-Wing Grand Slam, live from the Wolverhampton Civic. Two men left standing. Michael van Gerwen looking for a hat-trick of Grand Slam titles. He's the world #1. Taking on Peter Snakebite Wright in his first Grand Slam final. He's the world #2, chasing his first Sky Sports major. And that final, Michael van Gerwen against Peter Snakebite Wright, coming your way at 7 o'clock. In the next half hour, we'll be building up to the Grand Slam final and chatting about the World Championships on the way. Hi there, good evening from Wolverhampton. It's a grandstand finish to the Grand Slam, the world #1 against the world #2. Will it be Michael van Gerwen or Peter Snakebite Wright celebrating tonight? John Part and Wayne Mard alongside me. It's been a great week, a fitting final.
It is, and I think it reaffirms the ranking system where there's a lot of criticism of who's better than who. Well, we've had these two guys in our Premier League final, the most comprehensive sort of test, and also in this one with the BDO in it and everything else. So Peter Wright and Michael van Gerwen, top two guys.
They met in 7 finals before. Peter Wright yet to win one. Is that a problem?
It's not a positive, is it? It's not. For him, he'll probably feel, yes, it's doable. Of course it is. The way he come back against Gary Anderson says he believes he can do it when he's under pressure, which he did amazingly against someone that was playing brilliant darts. So he knows he can win it, but it's all about timing. It's all about doing the right thing at the right time. Michael leaves 32, and he takes out a 140 or a 170. It can change the mindset of both players. He will believe he can do it, and he's right to do so. The format won't bother him. Nothing will bother him. It's just whether he can do it at the right time. Look, it's all on the day, we know that. Michael van Gerwen is the world #1 for a reason. He wins more often than the others.
He's the dominant force in darts right now, MVG.
He definitely is. He sort of had maybe a quiet summer. He had a couple of the things going on. So, you know, he's back. He's got the frame of mind where he needs it for this season. The key events, this one and the World Championship, and he's ready to prove who he is. And so far, he's done just that. And, you know, he looked in control just at every time. Some have been close to him, but never did he look in danger of losing.
Let's quickly remind you what happened in the quarterfinals. It featured the 6 top seeds, the fastest growing emerging star on the world scene, and the BDO world champion.
Quarterfinals getting underway then here. Well, he's finishing nicely, Peter Wright, isn't he? Cruising along. Go on, Glenn. He's at it again.
Well, I did mention it'd be nice to get a 9-yarder while we were off air.
The double 12. Oh,
no.
For the match. He gets there. What a game it was. It's Snakebite who goes through to the semi-finals.
Is it one of those matches when you have to win ugly as sportsman side?
Yes, obviously, have your bad game now, and that's great.
Now, watch Gary Anderson take on Mensur Suljovic for the right to play right.
Superb. Very good indeed. Good dart from Mensur Suljovic. Well, again, a player has asked for the board to be changed. It's the 3rd time in this tournament. He's just got to control his emotions.
From the board change, Anderson has won every single leg.
That is a masterful dart.
Fair play, Monsieur.
That could be the beginning of the end.
Finally, Gary Anderson gets over the finishing line, but that was a tough night for the Flying Scotsman.
Yeah, it'd be great to get into the final again. You know, it is my favourite tournament out of all the tournaments. Just got to keep it going now.
What a way to start tonight's action. The Power and Daryl Gurney.
The Grand Prix winner. Now that leaves double 16. Daryl Gurney showing the class from the very first leg.
That may just rattle Daryl Gurney. Immaculate from Taylor. Vintage Phil Taylor at it again. Here you go, here you go. Treble 19 for double 10. Oh my goodness! That's how it's done. Oh dear, Daryl. Tops. That is a masterclass from Phil the Power Taylor. And look what it means to him as well.
You know what he did wrong? He poured himself a glass of water and left me out. I thought, you cheeky young so-and-so.
And that's what gets in your head when they don't pour you a glass of water?
What respect. It's called respect.
Second quarter-final tonight.
Treble 17. Who's making this look so easy? And it is! Michael, you better be perfect next time.
Extraordinary figures from the big man with the big finish on the ball. This is terrific stuff.
Toe-to-toe battle here. Treble 13 for double 16 for a 1-3-1 finish. Perfection there. And Michael raises the eyebrows significantly. Well, he needs a treble 18 this time. Full.
And there is a roar. Could he go back-to-back ton plus? That's fabulous. That's fantastic. Michael Van Gerwen now is in a dominant position. For the match, the double. Michael Van Gerwen has put out Rob Cross after a quite brilliant match. A fantastic, fantastic tussle.
I was a bit annoyed with myself, to be fair, because I thought to myself, come on, make the difference in the beginning of the game, man. I had the chances, but then he had a great finish, or I let myself down, and fair play to him. He did everything what was in his possibility to make it be so difficult as possible. And yeah, what can I do at that moment? Just try my hardest.
The hard work paid off for Michael Van Gerwen. Semi-final lineup: Van Gerwen against Taylor, Peter Wright against Gary Anderson. Anderson took a 13-7 lead in that one. Wright changed his darts, and mayhem ensued.
Now he has to win 3 consecutive legs. 1 break needed as well in there. So he was that close, that 1 dart away from a much better situation. Gary can afford to relax a little bit.
57.
Still tense.
Not too much.
Well, he's tense. That's tension there.
Yeah.
He really escaped there, that leg. Should have won that leg easily, is what I mean. Messed it up entirely, and, well, he was quite fortunate. Peter missed that 1 dart.
As you said as well, should have won the match a fair while ago. But great courage and character and no little amount of skill shown by Peter Wright here.
140.
Well, for everything that's happened in this match, we certainly deserve it to go another leg. And Peter, to wrap this up here, double 12. 2 darts needed only, 11 dart leg. This, you feel, is his best opportunity to win the match now with the throw.
99.
Wow. What a performance from Peter Wright to take us the distance. But can he take us the distance?
$140. 140.
wonderful.
Deflection down, but still the 140. He has to stay at the 18s, really. 134 left, though. It's not the greatest. One treble, and yes, and he should be on a much better finish than Gary Anderson, down to 81.
Gary 134.
Double 7 for Anderson!
120.
Oh, the wire!
Yes, for the match that was.
81.
One match dart. All right, force a decider. Needs 19s. Yes, double 12. To go all the way. He's come all the way back to force a decider. You can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Peter Wright has not been ahead at any stage in this semi-final. Incredibly, now he has the darts to win it after being 13-7 down. What is Gary Anderson thinking? What's going through his mind?
How near the floor is Wayne Mardle's jaw?
Wow. We couldn't have seen this coming at all.
100.
Oh, and not just a miss on the 9-darter, but a 1 only.
80.
And takes away all the momentum he had going against attacking the throw. Needs one treble, you feel, to leave a finish of any kind.
100.
Does just enough to leave 161. 140 here would leave 101 for Anderson.
100.
Oh, yes, so you feel some breathing room here for Peter Wright.
$97. Gary, you're going 141.
141.
Well, he must feel
59.
sick. He must feel sick to be watching this effort from Peter Wright about to come up.
64.
He hasn't been ahead at any stage during this Grand Slam semi-final. One dart to win it.
Game.
Absolutely incredible. Gary Anderson will be kicking himself. What an amazing, amazing victory for Peter Wright over Gary Anderson. Anderson led 13-7. The only time that Peter Wright was ahead in the entire match was that last dart and a double. Anderson will be livid. He had one dart at double 7 to win. Somehow, Peter Wright has. That's why we love the darts.
You know, Gary was all over me. I was like, I couldn't throw darts. I couldn't play proper darts. He was giving me so many chances. I was taking them. He should have blitzed me away. But you know, I just asked Dino, the ref. I went, "Can you go get me other darts out my case?" And I went, "I'll give them a try and see how it goes." And here I am.
You were 13-7 down, 14-8 down, won 8 in the last 9 legs. I know you changed your darts, but there's more to it than that. There has to come something from inside and some belief and some bottle and some heart.
Oh yeah, I've learned a lot in the past 2 years. Obviously losing to Michael Van Gerwen many times, many finals, losing against Phil in many finals. You learn from for getting beaten up by these guys, and you know, it's not over until that last starts in. And you know, lucky enough, to play well the last couple of legs there.
The last couple of legs that you just mentioned there, mate, absolutely sensational. I mean, to find that at that time is the mark of a top-class player. How proud were you of the way you performed in those last couple of legs?
Obviously, I was very proud of Lee making them darts for us, and right, I've got to throw all my other darts away and just stick with these.
You know you're not going to stick with them, are you? You won't change for the final, though, will you?
No.
Those stats vastly improved with the old darts. Right, a 16-15 victory over Gary Anderson, 100.693 dart average. It was a fantastic match. Had it all. He changed his darts. He should have started with them, obviously.
Well, yeah, I don't know what was quite wrong with him early on. He may have come on, even if he hadn't changed his weight dimension at one point. But I was surprised looking at the stats, just how big the numbers were for Peter, because he must have been throwing pretty steady the whole match to have that big superiority over Anderson.
Didn't lead until he put in the winning dart.
Well, yeah, look, the only time you want to lead, Gary had a dart off of 1-3-4 at double 7 to win it. But Gary really did tail off towards the end as Peter got that much better on 1-9 of the last 11, I think it was. Whether he would have progressed and got better with his old darts, we don't know, but he got better, he really did. But the way his new darts were going in, they were just going that little bit firmer. And if he feels he can throw them better, and he said about, I'm going to throw all the other darts away. No, he won't.
What about Gary Anderson? He's had a really good tournament.
Gary had a great tournament, but somehow just found a way to lose there. It's quite unfortunate because we know how explosive he can be, and he's very entertaining as well. We're lucky, though. We have a few entertaining players, and now we still have an entertaining final. And a good contrast to styles once again.
What will that have taken out of Peter Wright this afternoon?
Well, it's a win, so therefore the adrenaline will still be kind of coursing through his veins, and he'll be happy. When you pull a long game back and then lose, it's really tiring. But he won, and he'll be up for this. And what Peter does really well, a bit Phil Taylor-like, he doesn't expend that much energy into doing anything. He just throws. And I think that will stand him in good stead. Michael van Gerwen cut it short, so I think they're both going to be fresh. They're both experienced. They've both done this before. They've both won UK Opens. Now, that is a tougher day than this. It really is. It's got to be said. They're playing longer. They play more games. They'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. Fatigue will not play a part.
You mentioned that second semi-final. It was a little less dramatic.
From 11-8 to 15-8 in no time. All the stats that are handed out these days, the time per leg is now one of them. Van Gerwen averaging 1 minute 45 seconds per leg. So in 7 minutes or so, he has ran those 4 legs off and now moves in for the kill.
An air of resignation. The 6-time Grand Slam champion. You think that's it, done and dusted. Will he ever play in another Grand Slam? It's highly unlikely. This could be the last dart Phil Taylor ever throws here at the Wolverhampton Civic.
52. Michael will require 51.
Double 16, and that is the last dart Michael van Gerwen throws in this match, but not in this tournament. Michael van Gerwen shows who is boss. He wins 16 legs to 8. Phil Taylor departs the Wolverhampton Civic Hall stage for almost certainly the very last time. And Van Gerwen shows that the baton has been passed on to the brilliant young Dutchman who will defend his title later on this evening against Peter Snakebite Wright.
Yeah, of course, when you win against Phil Taylor, it's always satisfying. He's a great player. Phenomenal how many titles he won, but I'm glad I won this. I think I owned him once, so yeah, really glad I won over here.
Yeah, I mean, the defeat, the heavy defeat at the hands of Taylor at the World Match Play hurt you, I know, and I remember afterwards you said that will never happen again.
No, exactly, that will never happen again. He tried a few of his his tricks, what he always does in the break to me. I wasn't allowed to cheer for my own throw. I don't know why. When I finished at 74, we don't want to lose to each other. We try 200% our best all the time, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but I think it still was a good game for everyone to watch, and that's what's the most important.
When something like that happens, does it fire you up?
Yeah, it has to fire you up, because that's our little triggers to make you play better in the game. And yeah, what can I say? I played good on the end. I had some great finishing, the 74s, the 72s. I think they helped me win this game. And I thought early on in the game I already could make a little bit of difference. But for some reason, I wasn't able to, because of all the pressure Phil Taylor puts on you all the time. Because he never gives up. He's still a fantastic dart player, simple as that.
It was pretty comfortable, John, for Michael van Gerwen.
Well, it was in the end, but I thought, although he played very well at the start, he had a concerned sort of a body language to him, and he survived well, and he got the lead, and he did the job that Michael van Gerwen could do on anybody, stayed ahead.
Revenge for Blackpool.
Yeah, it was. That was a really heavy defeat. 16-6. That's for Phil to do that to Michael is kind of, well, it's incredible, really. But previously to that, Phil had slaughtered Raymond van Barneveld as well. And he was just dismantling everyone. And this is a very, very similar, if not the same format. So it wouldn't have been beyond the realms for him to do it again. The way he played last night, Phil, against Daryl Gurney was incredible. He just could not replicate that performance.
Taylor says goodbye to the Grand Slam.
He does. He doesn't win the title on this last appearance, but that Daryl Gurney game, that was a gem. That was a classic Phil Taylor performance. The 12 straight legs for 4-4 to win. We hadn't seen anything particularly like that for a long time, and Phil Taylor produced it for us. It was a real gem and something I'll never forget.
Counting down to the final, let's have a look at the routes too. Right, does this illustrate his inconsistency in a way?
I think it does. I think in a nutshell, and even the 100 average against Gary Anderson, for a huge chunk of that, he was averaging 92. And then the last 10 legs, it was the 10 legs, he averaged roughly 106, 107, and Gary tailed off as well. But Michael van Gerwen, if he does, we know averages don't win games, we know that, we're not that silly. But if he does play to that level consistently, he's going to be tough to beat, John.
Oh, yeah. Well, the averages, they don't win, but they help a lot.
They help.
They help a lot. It's just the constant pressure you have on your opponents. Some good timing players can overcome it, but it's a hard job.
More chat in a moment. The Grand Slam final is just around the corner.
Every bit about his game is superb.
What an amazing victory for Peter Wright